Hi Gemini, welcome to your Mercury Retrograde in Virgo survival guide. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, and I hope that this reading is helpful to you in some way when working with this transit. That being said, as you pay attention to the messages, always tune into your own intuition, right? Your own inner guidance. You know yourself best. You have your own connection with spirit. So take what you want and leave the rest. Let's start with flipping over the top row here. Garden dragons. Ooh, we've got tea dragon, relax. Cherry dragon, grace. And then we've got orange dragon, rewards. This tea dragon has been coming out a lot in these readings for Mercury retrograde in Virgo. This is an invitation to slow down. It's an invitation to kind of tap into a different pace. Okay, it's an introspective energy. It's reflective. It's, you know, Virgo is an earth sign, and you share the planet Mercury with Virgo, so it's in one of its homes here. It's very happy in Virgo, so it's really grounding. It's inviting us into a different pace, and a lot of this energy is here to like just get into relax mode. And when we're relaxed, we can receive. Okay, and I just keep hearing give yourself some grace. Give yourself grace. So give yourself grace, Gemini. It's important to relax. It's necessary, even. And my late grandfather always used to say, at the end of the day, when you lay your head on your pillow and you go to bed, that's your reward. So I feel that coming through your energy is like relax and resting. Showing yourself some grace is your reward, which gives me the energy of a prior push, a prior large exertion of energy. And so it's important to relax in order to recharge. And this retrograde is exceptional at helping us all recharge, recharge our batteries. Virgo, and then especially Mercury in Virgo, is very detail oriented. It wants to streamline, optimize, refine, organize, bring things into wholeness, and like, yeah, just help us like get clear on what's working and what's not working. And the best place that can occur is in a relaxed state. Okay, so show yourself some grace, Gemini. Give yourself the reward of relaxation. Okay, work that into the schedule, because another thing that I've been noticing as a kind of commonality coming through the energies now, for this Mercury retrograde and survival guide series I'm doing, is that this transit, this energy is really looking at, like, again, how to optimize our schedule and like what's missing, like where is it heavy on one kind of side of things, and how can we incorporate other things. There's a lot of how can we incorporate more fun, how can we incorporate more relaxation, rest, how can we prioritize and like how can we prioritize our creativity, our desires, as well as our responsibilities, right? Because Virgo is very grounded energy. It's going to help us get what we need to get done. How can we optimize our routines? How can we become more efficient at work? And how can we, like all of these kind of things, right? But all of it in wholeness. How can we incorporate everything that we need? And again, being in a relaxed state can help you tune into where you are like lopsided in one way when it comes to your routines. Like, are you having too much fun? Can you incorporate more of a routine? Can you or the vice versa? Have you been really focused on work? Have you been focused on something where that takes a lot of exertion of energy, action wise? And where can you relax more? Where can you, spend time recharging, or, like, you know what I mean? So I keep kind of looking at a pie chart. Spirit keeps kind of showing me a pie chart. So maybe that's a way you can visualize this. Like, think of like equal portions of the pie here. Virgo wants to help you do that, and of course there's going to be bigger and smaller portions of the pie depending on like what it is that you need to do. But just make sure that everything that you need in order to feel like your full self is present on that pie chart. So resting, again, Gemini, show yourself some grace, rest, receive your rewards, okay, for working really hard, and be able to like tap into this energy and reflect on your pie chart and how to make necessary adjustments to make sure that everything that you need to feel like your full self is on that chart. So, stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. That's beautiful. Getting into a relaxed state gets us into a dreamlike state too, like to be able to really get into our intuitive energy, to really get into our, to be able to visualize, to be able to receive, right, from spirit, from our intuition, and be able to really dream. So it feels like this sense of dreaming this next like season into being, and allowing yourself to have literally limitless possibility. Like, literally let your mind, your spirit, your emotions feel into the like infinite potential. And what does that look like for you? Okay, and again, connected to that pie chart, like what do you want to incorporate? What's important for you to incorporate moving forward? Because this Mercury retrograde is really asking all of us that. And yeah, so it's really asking us like what's been missing in our lives, and how can we incorporate that? How can we make room to incorporate that? We've got Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Okay, wow. So there's things like really coming to fruition real time right now, and the things that you dream up, the things that you identify and you're visualizing and you're feeling into also like will be coming into fruition. The seeds that you plant now like really have a certain like Mercury Virgo retrograde magic on them. Okay, I also feel like there's things like, because things come back around in a way with retrograde energy, and there's a lot of planets retrograde right now, but there could be something too that you planted in the past that might have felt like it didn't manifest in some way, or it didn't grow in some way, and all of a sudden there's something I feel showing itself again. It feels delightful. It feels like there's a sense of kind of a surprise or reward with it. It's like, yeah, like it feels like it's from the past, but it didn't quite take hold in some way, but it did, and now it's kind of coming back around. Either like another opportunity to take a crack at it, or like there's something that is coming to fruition with it. So that's really cool. Let's see what your next one is. Hollow bone, teachability. This card is all about stillness as well. It's all about taking an observational approach, witnessing, and like emptying, like letting go what does not serve anymore, to be able to have the room to be filled and to expand, you know, into the next season that you're stepping into here. There's also a sense of like, again, I'm seeing like okay, so I said again, it is bringing me back to this like thing of the past that seems to be coming back around in some way, but it's like, it's a manifestation. It's something that you prepared in the past. I don't know, like maybe there's kind of an old project or an old initiative or like something here, Gemini, that you planted in the past that I feel like you forgot about in some way, or like it didn't manifest in a certain way in a certain time, but now it's coming back around to either take another crack at it or like it sprouted in some way. So I feel like this transit is really, it has some very surprising rewards in store for you, okay? And it feels really exciting. Like it feels like, oh my gosh, like this kind of like, what are the odds kind of energy, like what, you know, like this what? That's what I feel like you saying, and it feels exciting. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, something that you like, it's like something that you wished for is coming true. And it's important to be in a relaxed state, to be in a state of rest, to be in a state of stillness, to be able to witness it, okay? So we've got the Three of Materials. There's growth, there's things being built here, connections made. Six of Voices. Strength. And then we've got Temperance. Interesting. Okay. So this could be kind of blowing old friends into your life again that that you work well with. And again, if it's not old friends or like things like that, it's things you've been working on, things that you have put time and effort into building. It's like there's something coming back around again, and for you to take another crack at it, or for you to witness it growing, like something like that coming to fruition in some way. I also feel that some of you could be moving away from certain people. Maybe, you know, kind of distancing yourself from certain groups. Certain relationships. And kind of opening yourself up to like more, opening yourself up to yeah, there's something with that. This is a transit too to really help you move on from any dynamics that you have been really trying to kind of move on from. And that really, again, connects back to relaxing, giving yourself some grace, okay? Receive your rewards. Rest, because it takes a lot of effort to, you know, redefine the way that you interact with certain people or move away from them completely, okay? It really takes a lot of strength, right? It takes a lot of strength. And time. It takes a lot of patience. Like, this is something that I feel has been happening over a course of time. You know, some of you may have moved away from these people, and there might be an energy of them like either coming back around in some way, and for you to kind of re-establish boundaries, however that looks for you. Or you could just be kind of remembering that dynamic and being like reflecting on it, right? Because retrograde is all about reflecting. But yes, it takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of courage. And whatever it is that you're moving on from, it's helping you really connect to your inner strength more, to really be able to witness and observe how strong you are, and to really alchemize your energy, okay? And there's a lot where in order to alchemize, you need to be relaxed, right? The alchemist, there's a lot of patience and presence that the alchemist has when it comes to exploring, mixing all of these elements. They need to be very present, right? And it's right underneath hollow bone teachability. This is about being, again, coming to a sense of stillness, like observing whatever it is that's coming up for you. And it's like really locating yourself in the now while alchemizing the past with the present in the moment. Because there's this energy that I sense so strongly coming from your reading, Gemini, is like visualizing this next level, this next season, like dreaming big, and really observing your preparations come to fruition in real time and like taking it to the next level. What does that look like? Okay, resting, relaxing, visualizing, and tapping into your intuition and getting into your creative energy with whatever it is that you're experiencing, while also being in the moment, resting, relaxing, showing yourself some grace to enjoy the hard work, to enjoy the preparations that have come to fruition, while also visualizing the next preparations that are gonna come to fruition, while also there's this past energy of reflecting on where you've come from and like what's changed. And there's this unique kind of surprise of something coming around that you put energy into in the past that you may have not thought that worked out, or even forgot about in like completely. So there's something that's blowing on through from the past that's a blessing, while also looking back at the past of what you've moved away from, especially when it comes to your friendships, your work, your, you know, like community, looking at all of that kind of earthly stuff. Very interesting reading. So the most important thing here, Gemini, is take this time to rest, okay? To relax, and to think about your pie chart. What's on your pie chart? And make sure that there's a piece of pie for everything that's important for you, and adjust accordingly, of course. And that also is going to shift and change, week to week, month to month. But Virgo is like, really look at, okay, what are you missing in your pie chart? And how can you incorporate that so that you feel like your full self? So let's get you a postcard from Spirit here. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of Spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all of its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. Thanks, Spirit. Well, I think that's a wonderful place to end this reading. I hope that that's helpful in some way. I send you so much love as you navigate through the Mercury retrograde energy, and I will catch you in the next one.